Yeah, now.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whoever and wherever you are. This is Coach Lee, and we're working on speech anxiety, and we're talking with JIRKA. Say howdy, JIRKA.
Hello.
And JIRKA is from the Czech Republic, and um, he started stuttering in the second grade. Like in half his conversations, half his words were bad incidents. We started talking fairly late last year. It's now June, just turned June, or be June tomorrow of
Hmm.
2024. So it's been about 6 months. And we've talked, I don't know, six, eight
Yeah,
times maybe. I don't know.
I
And
counted and it was like 8 times, I think.
good. And so what we've been talking about before we started the recording is the fact that to complete this program, you got to go one step at a time. And the first base is not having bad incidents. And that we define a bad incident again as you think that you humiliated yourself with your speech, with your stuttering. And that humiliation is the key. If you weren't humiliated, it's not a bad incident. And you cannot afford to count little mistakes, anything less than humiliation, as a bad incident. Because why? Because once you've talked for a while without humiliating yourself, something magic happens in you. You form a new habit. You're fluent. Just as you can't understand why you stuttered, I never could. But do I care? No. Uh, do I understand why I'm fluent? Well, more or less, I'm fluent because I don't worry about disfluency, you know. And it's 50 years I've been stutter free. Berthush's, like eight years or something already, and I've got some that are longer than she, and a bunch of them are 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, whatever, and we're having a good time. And Yirka's doing a lot better. And we were just talking about where he is, and I've been trying to impress upon him that he will never complete this program. That is, teach himself to love to speak and be able to say, I converted stuttering into a blessing. He'll never be able to say that until he can go a month or so without having a humiliating speech experience, which is a bad incident. And that's first base. And that's the time in which he claims first base. I stopped appearing speech disabled. Yay. And anyone who goes a month can do it. You can't get a month without knowing enough of the basics to survive. And then to get to second base, not planning words and not fearing words, takes more practice. It takes more speaking, more practice sessions. It takes volunteering. I mean, saying something at SAM, talking more there, being in Toastmasters a little bit, going to a community group and raising your hand and talking to strangers, and gradually curl the weights and get bigger muscles. The more you talk under pressure, the easier it is to talk under pressure. And what I always say to myself, and have done forever, is I love pressure. I speak better under pressure. I want pressure. I can't wait for pressure. It's an attitude, man. And anything I repeat enough, you know what happens? I believe it. That's part of neurology. The most repeated statement becomes your dominant thought, which is your reality. It's who you are. If I say I'm stupid all day long, I'll lower my IQ. If I say I'm bright, I'll raise it. I can't go to infinity. I'm not going to be Einstein, or I'm not going to be the village idiot, but I can dramatically change my intelligence level by what I think of myself. And look, most of us are within a frame of normal, average people. Most of us are somewhere around there. Who succeeds the most? The guy who tries the hardest, the guy who works the most. And in my opinion, the guy who's the most loving and the guy who does mind training. And that's what our program teaches. And if you become the best you can be, I guarantee you'll be among the best speakers you know. You'll probably be the best one you know, eventually. You say, oh, that's impossible. No, it's not. And you're going to do it. I did it. Prathusha did it. Clifton Kirby did it. Lots of other people have done it. You can do it and you will do it. But you got to be willing to admit where you are. So let's ask some basic questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you can say, one way or another, any individual word, anywhere, anytime?
Oh, So let's say that I have in some hard war, and I want to say in a really hard situation, like in a school in front of many people.
Yes.
I use some crutch. I use maybe work linkage, or the sound launch, or humming, and I think that I will be able to say it. It will not be a perfect for sure, but it's like that I know how to deal with it and how to get off.
I think you can too. It says he can say any, I'll call it first feared word, anywhere, anytime. And that is the first step to fluency. Now, I just want to refresh your memory and tell you that the easiest ways to make that your reality, I love crutch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I love them all. But the easiest way to do it is crutch 4 or 8. They'll always work on anything, anywhere, anytime. Crutch 4 says, as you know, say any other word. If I want to say JIRKA, I don't say JIRKA. I say any other word. Like I could say, well, JIRKA, and when I say well, it breaks the block on year. And so when I say well, I then link it, I hold it like I'm singing or humming into JIRKA. Well, JIRKA, say that.
Well, JIRKA.
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 So JIRKA.
So JIRKA.
Well, Lee.
Well, Lee.
So Lee.
So Lee.
Now, I guarantee you, JIRKA, you will never stutter on an individual word again as long as you live. If you do that, can you do it on every word you say? Of course not. Well, you could, but it'd be awkward. But the point is, you don't have to do it on every word because you're not blocked on every word. You never were, and you never will be. It's the individual word that starts this snowball. You freeze up, you panic, you forget everything, then you can't talk at all. We've all done it. We all understand what the game is, what the problem is. So when you do this, when you insert another word, so what you're saying is, I can say any word for the simple reason that I don't have to say it. I'll say another word and connect them like they're one word, and I'm done. The other part of crutch 4 is as good or better. It says make a sound, ah or A JIRKA, a Lee, say that.
A JIRKA, a Lee.
George.
George.
Robert.
Robert.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic.
London.
London.
Russia.
Russia.
I can do just as well. JIRKA.
JIRKA.
Lee.
Lee.
Now, when I make these sounds, or I break the block every single time. I can insert this other word or sound loud or medium volume or soft volume. With JIRKA, JIRKA, I don't have to go, JIRKA. I can go, JIRKA. I can do it so soft you can't even hear it. I'll still break the block. If you know crutch 4, either part of it, sound or word, much less both, you will never stutter, block on an individual word again anytime until you die. Now, that is the biggest single hurdle in overcoming stuttering. And it's easy. And crutch 8 is modulation, same thing. You and I, the stutter habit is in our regular voice range, right in here. The minute I go up here, or the minute I go down here, I am out of my voice range. Whispering is out. Shouting is out. High pitch is out. Low pitch is out. The minute I come out of my voice range, JIRKA, I break the block every single time. Say after me, JIRKA.
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 Lee.
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 I promise you, JIRKA, you will never stutter again on any word if you modulate it. You never, either the word itself or the first syllable or the first letter, if you modulate any part of it, you change your voice register, you're done. Now, if you stay high or stay low, yes, you can get stuttering there, but you don't. You just use it to beat the block.
Mm-hmm.
This is why what you told me 10 minutes ago is true. As you said, you can say any word, anywhere, anytime, any individual word. So that's the biggest single question. You must be able to say that, yes. The second question is, can you carry any conversation of any length, anywhere, anytime?
Yeah. So for this question, I have to answer that it's like, well, I can carry more conversation than ever. But like last week, I was with my friend in the bar, and there was very loud music and other people, and my speech was worse. I have to just make more effort to be using crutches and other stuff. So the answer is right now still no. And I want it, but it's like when I went to the bar and I cross the doors, it's like my brain is like, no, bro, you cannot speak right now. You have to be silent more.
You don't accept it.
I know, but
you don't accept it.
Yeah.
You don't accept it. And I'll tell you something else. In a bar, one of the easiest ways to talk in a bar is to talk louder. I'll have a beer, please. Sam, Sam wanted a beer. Susan, what did you want? Susan wanted a Coca-Cola. Can you do that? Thank you. When you come out of your voice range, you're totally fluent. Now, look, that's one answer in a bar. A bar is an easy place to talk because you can go loud like that. You can also go soft if you talk only to one person. You talk to the person next to you. What did he say? Did you understand what he said? I'm whispering. Well, did you understand what he said? I didn't understand what he said. Even though there's noise in the bar, they can still hear me when I whisper right in their ear. So that's another. So you can go loud, you can whisper in their ear. Now, apart from that, The real answer and the easier and the best answer is you use a speech plan because when you think about a speech plan, you block the thought, bro, you can't talk in a bar because you're thinking about your speech plan. Now, there are all kinds of speech plans, lots of different things you can think. The simplest one that we work on as a starter, and it's all a lot of people need, is short, link, stop. Now, the greater your pressure, the less words you say in each increment of speech. Keep it short and shorter, really short. Talk like I'm doing right now. Why? Because it's when you start and keep it short, it's easy to link every word. You never run out of breath. And every time you stop, all pressure leaves you. So you keep it short. You stop at least 1 second. 1001 is 1 second. Keep it short. Link your words to a stop. Now, right now, I want you to talk to me as if you're in a bar and you're all kinds of pressure. And I want you to think about this speech plan as you speak to me. Okay.
All right.
When you're in a bar last time, what did you drink and eat?
So, I'm from Czech Republic, so I had beer. and and beer. So, and it was a special day because our ice hockey team was playing the semi-final to the qualification to the world championship, and
Is this
we
soccer,
won.
football, soccer?
Ice hockey. No. It was ice hockey.
Okay.
Yeah. And we were playing with USA. So it was really amazing match, and we enjoyed.
Did you win?
Yes, we win. And
Yay! I don't really care. Yay!
yeah. And even that, we won the all championship. So the Czech Republic was the first in the place. And it happened in our country. So
Fabulous.
so it was really great. And everybody was so happy to be the part of this, because ice hockey in Czech Republic is the most popular sport after soccer.
That's great. That's great. Now, you did very well just now in speaking short increments to me. You also linked fairly well. I'm not sure that you were thinking about linking because I don't think you feel pressure talking to me. So we'll keep talking, and I ask you to speak in short increments and to think about linking your words together, which doesn't mean that you can't pronounce all of your words and syllables. You can. Linking does not mean blurred speech. Linked words can be clear and easy to understand. So I want you to continue short increments and think linking to your stops, at least 1 second stops. So in this group in the bar, how many people were in your group?
So we were only two, me, myself, and my friend.
Okay.
We want to just go outside and take two beers. But in the first bar, the beer wasn't so great. So we went to another pub where the beer was so much better.
No
But
kidding. Wow.
but there was many people. So we take one beer and then we leave. We left. And on the journey, yeah, on the journey to my home, we saw another pub, and we was like, man, let's take another one. So we went there and take our fourth beer, and yeah, it was really great. But when we left, the journey to our home was so much harder. but but luckily we get it. We went home safe, and everything was great.
How did you travel? By car, by scooter, by bicycle, what?
We walk, so
Okay. All right. So, are you still in school?
I'm at the university right now in the first
Yes.
semester, like in the first year.
Okay. And do you attend class at school or do you do it virtually or both?
Well, I attend the classes in school, and right now we have exams period, so we are right now at home and we are studying for the test and exams.
What about your increments?
Oh, too much. Okay.
Too much.
All right, all right. Yeah, so right now I'm at home, but in the next semester I will visit school like every day, 5 days a week.
I want you to talk in every class that you attend. I want you to raise your hand and say something, ask a question, compliment somebody, volunteer some data. But I want you to say something in every class. Do I have your promise, your faithful commitment to your coach, your long-suffering coach?
Oh, so I don't want to suffer you more, so I will try my best.
You know you will do it. It's like I'm asking you to go to the gym and lift weights, okay? Though I'm not. That's an analogy. You either go to the gym or you don't. You go to class, you got to go. I am asking you to raise your hand and say something, however frivolous, short. What is the homework assignment? When are we going to do so and so? Anything. I don't care what it is. Could you explain such and such again? Um, anything. Anything.
Mhm.
Will you do it?
I will. I know the knuckle sandwich. I
Famous
know it.
knuckle sandwich.
Hmm.
Coach Lee will be waiting outside on the right outside the school door, like this.
Hmm. All right.
You don't want to have to deal with me. No, you don't.
Hmm.
So, okay, that's important. And you've got to continue to attend Sam and always say something
Hmm.
there. Continue your practice sessions. Um, Continue to read aloud. Are you reading aloud daily?
Yes, yes, yes. So for today, I read aloud for like 30 to 1 hour, and I'm almost complete another book, and it's really great.
I love hearing it. And are you reading with a lot of feeling?
I'm trying. I will be honest, it's not the best what I can do because after like 2 hours of reading, my voice is cracking a little bit. But when I read, I try to be more expressive and more emotional, like do more emotions.
Good, because Yirka, when you teach yourself how to focus on how you can say things in a convincing and appealing way and smile as you do it, you will transcend the need for all crutches and speech plans, and everything I've ever said to you will become academic. You won't need it anymore. When you do this one thing, you will be done. But as to speech, and your affirmations will then be, I love to speak under pressure. I can't wait to speak under pressure. The most challenging pressure, that's where you flourish. That's where you excel. And then you work on crutch 11, which isn't a crutch really. Speak like a king. Speak slowly. Use extreme pronunciation. Be passionate and smile and stop. Oh, yes. And when you do those things, you will become almost overnight the best speaker you know. And I want you to send me an email the day that you realize that's true. Whenever that is, I want you to say, I'm so grateful because I've done it. I can do it. And now I know I can. I love it so much.
Mhm.
You have zero to fear, Yirka, about speech. Zero. You are in charge. You are creating your thoughts. You're dictating them. And you're going to do it. Period. Read me this.
Oh, all right. Reading aloud has become a true joy for me. I seize any excuse to do it, especially to read aloud to others. Perhaps I am a pedestrian at heart. Regardless, I love doing it, and no surprise, it continues to improve my speech. Because when we read aloud, we invariably hear our voices as its best. As we read aloud with feeling, we constantly improve our focus on our message and the positive emotions with which we deliver it.
Now, I want to say very good job. As to fluency, you get a 10, a perfect score. As to passion and feeling, I'll give you an 8.5. But as to delivery, I can only give you a 7. And why do you think I can only give you a 7? Why do you think that's true?
So I think more pauses, like longer maybe.
The main thing is you did it too fast. Watch me. Reading aloud has become a true joy for me. I seize any excuse to do it, especially to read aloud to others. Perhaps I am a thespian at heart. Regardless, I love doing it. And no surprise, it continues to improve my speech. Because when we read aloud, we invariably hear our voice at its best. As we read aloud with feeling, we constantly improve our focus on our message and the positive emotions with which we deliver it. I took twice as long to read that as you did. You did a very good job, JIRKA, but you're way too fast. If you want your speech, if you want to be the best JIRKA can be, which will make you the best speaker you know in all likelihood, if you want to be that person, which you can and should be, you must slow down. You need longer, you said it, longer stops, yes, but slower through the text. It gives you more opportunity to be passionate. And don't forget to smile. When you smile, you radiate happiness inside yourself and to everyone else. You become more likable, more desirable, more fun for everyone. You change the life of everyone around you when you smile. You need to do that more. It's crutch 12. It's not really a crutch. It's a way of life. And it's very important. But the most important single thing is feeling. Can you say it like you mean it? Really? Can you do it? I know you can. The question is, will you do it? Will you let yourself go? Be the reverse of a stutterer who's going to stay inside. Oh no, I've got to speak. Oh, terrible, terrible. You're the opposite. You can't wait to speak. It's a blast. You love it. And you're very good at it. And you get better every day. As long as you keep going to the gym, you get stronger. Pushing a little bit more weight all the time. And you look at every pressure situation as a chance to do better than you did last time. Oh yeah, it's so much fun. Isn't it great, JIRKA?
It is.
My money's on you. I'm going to call my broker and double my bet.
All right. Okay.
So on that happy note, I got to go. So I'll see you and Sam, talkative guy that you are. And when do you want to talk again?
All right. So let's say, you know, I just don't want to take much of your time.
I understand that, and I don't have much of it to give you. But let me pull up my calendar. How about we put in Let me get this month up here. How about we do, this is the 31st of May. How about we do the 28th of June?
On Friday, right?
Yeah, that's a Friday.
Yeah.
And 11 a.m. And plus you're posting your SSS at that time. We'll do the,
all right.
yes, we'll discuss that and get that squared away. Again, it's only first base, but you can't make second, third, and home until you get to first.
Yeah.
And as long as you say, no, I'm not there, you're not there. And you're holding yourself back. You're saying, I can't curl this amount of weight, but in truth, you can. And you've been doing it, so don't lie about it. Don't live in the past. Live in the future. You're going to, and you know it, you know how this is going to turn out, don't you? Don't you know?
I hope so.
No, why do you say that?
Well, I know.
You're in charge, you're in control.
Yeah.
What does it say at the beginning of my book? We have free choice to accept or reject thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Nothing compels us to say anything except our own desires. So use your mental switch and dictate your thoughts. Dictate your thoughts. Dictate your thoughts. Believe you can improve, and you will. You must keep doing your mind training. You're doing that daily, right?
Yes, every day, every morning.
This is going to change your life forever.
Yeah, I have to say that when I just done my affirmation, my day starts really in a better note. Like it's so much easier, and yeah, it's very good. And I also have to say that my favorite affirmation right now is like when I speak, I think about the solutions, not the problems, which is like my number one for right now. Because yeah, I have to repeat and repeat to myself, focus on your speech plan and not on your stuttering. And
exactly.
It's like, it's really hard sometimes, but yeah, I have to do it again and again before it will, happen like a habit.
And look, you can be patient with yourself, but you've got to know. You've got to be willing to admit you know the outcome. You think I can do what you can't. You think Prathusha can do what you can't. You think Clifton Kirby can do what you can't, and all these other people, Fatimata can do what you can't. Sherry can do what you can't. I don't believe it. And you don't believe it either. So stop holding on to the past. Let it go. Let yourself grow. Before you knew how to swim, you would have drowned in the deep end of the pool. You're not going to drown anymore. Those days are over. That's the past. Don't hold on to it. Let it go. Life is, what did Milton say? We can make heaven and hell or hell and heaven. And that's the way it is. You want to make heaven in whatever kind of hells that you have to face in your life. And stuttering was one, it's in the past now. The sooner you can admit it's in the past, the sooner it's going to absolutely vaporize, and you're going to turn around and wonder, one day you're going to wonder, why did I ever do it? What caused it? There is no cause. And it's not organic, it's not genetic, and it's certainly not incurable. It's none of those things. It's something that doesn't even exist. It's a holding back of speech. You can hold back your breathing, and guess what? You will die. Within 3 minutes, you'll be dead. You can do it. Anyone can. So why should you hold back your speech? That's ridiculous. Let it go. So you're saying, I'm going to think solution. That's one way. I'm going to think pronunciation. That's another way. I'm going to be passionate. That's another way. I'm going to keep it short. That'll always help. I'm going to lengthen my stops. That'll make it easier. Above all, I'm going to have fun with this, and I know I'm going to win. Say after me, I know I'm going to win. Say that.
I know I'm going to win.
That's right. On that note, I'll see you at Sam, Mr. Smiley Face.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time, and see you tomorrow.
I'll look forward to it.